So to start, I would love if Yiming, Marley, you can tell us a little bit about yourself, FoliBio, maybe how you got started.
Cool. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm the technology lead for FoliBio. We're a biotech company focusing on some non-invasive RNA sequencing technology, and we work very closely with a lot of pharmaceutical companies, help analyze the sample, and we also have some internal strategy that will acquire samples through a collaboration with academic institutes. So a lot of sample processing, a lot of next generation data generation or something.
And I'm Marley, senior scientist at FoliBio. I work mostly in the lab on the science side of things, where sort of sample tracking and data management are really important. I work on advancing our exfolium sequencing tech and sort of helping to scale our platform as we expand into new applications and partnerships.
Really cool, really cool. I imagine you guys are dealing with a lot of samples from a lot of different people. And I'm curious how you guys are managing that.
I will say like before reaching to you guys, some straightforward we just Excel like in shared folder, Dropbox or something. And that can be efficient if you're only handling sample like let's see 20 or 10 like from some pilot projects. And currently we think we definitely need a more comprehensive sample processing like management system that can link all the information together. I think not just sample, but also about the protocol, about the experiment itself, like how we document a specific experiment. Because every time we run experiments, there are some minor tweaks we want like make it happen because we're not in standardized protocol. Sometimes we want to add some customized, and it's very just based on what sample we got, what data we want generated, and that's maybe important for our like future scale up and also add like reliable documentation.
Totally. Sorry, Marley, I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah, no, I think just kind of reiterating what Yiming said, as we're kind of scaling and generating more and more data, sort of becomes clear that we need a better way to manage it, tracking samples, standardizing workflows, really ensuring everything is organized in a way that's useful long term. I think especially as we start thinking about clinical samples, which require like really rigorous QC compliance with regulations like HIPAA. We're really starting to need a system that can, link things together in a comprehensive way. So, the Excel sheets just are a little too clunky and aren't really cutting it anymore.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, was there a tipping point in your Excel spreadsheets where you're like, okay, this just isn't going to cut it anymore?
Yeah, I will say something like first of all, we are currently working with a couple of big pharma. Once we reach to more and more deep collaboration and partnering, which transfer from like preclinical to clinical, and there are a lot of regulation that we need to meet. Like for example, the HIPAA, um, like components, and also some other like about data security, about audible, about like they want to make sure we're not just make up this data. Like we need history about generating entire data. Excel is definitely not very suitable for this type of job. And this is why we need something that's, and also once we expanding our team, we got more people are working on this, and it's still not that manageable across different team member. Like this, the one give access to some specific requirement we got from our customers. Like we need to make it secure. Like only the scientists working on this project will have access to this project, when they don't allow any other people to access this project. And that's an important step to make sure it's just like compatible with like their policy or something.
Totally. It's nice that you guys are taking a proactive approach. We see a lot of groups who are trying to implement Scispot a lot later on in the process, and it's nice to start on the same page, same foot. Um, and I'm curious, what brought you to choose Scispot over some of the other options that are available?
We have been shopping around, to be honest. Shopping around like around 5 or 7 like different vendors. And I think a couple of different options from our side. Definitely we know some kind of huge vendors, like for example, Labware or something. They only offer enterprise level, which we cannot afford. That's the one of the very important consideration. And a second consideration is about the easy to use and seems pretty straightforward after demo call. And I think the third consideration is definitely about compliance. Like there are some vendor that they offer some very like lab notebook likely service, and that is good. But the things we really need once we're working with some pharma companies, that we need some workflow. I think the lab flow you guys offering is pretty good, and also we need a combo of workflow and the electronic lab notebook, and I think that's may give us some like good idea like which one we want to choose. I think that's what can offer both sides. And I think one important thing is about HIPAA compliance, and that is like you are basically like the very limited vendors here can offer that type of compliance. And I think that's one of the important things once we reach to a lot of like uh, clinical projects. That will be one of the key here. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say just to add on to that, Scispot I think sort of felt like the best fit because it's flexible enough to adapt to our workflows, but still provides structure where we need it. It seems like a lot of LIMS systems feel either like too rigid or overly complicated. So Scispot is that nice middle ground, clearly designed with growing biotech teams in mind. So yeah, I think we appreciate that you don't just give us a pre-built system and expect us to adjust. You're working with us directly to configure the platform for our specific needs.
Totally. We're really excited to work with FoliBio and hopefully grow with you guys. Um, it's an exciting time for your company. And as you guys scale up your operations, I'm confident that Scispot will scale with you too. And yeah, looking forward to onboarding more team members from your side. And I guess just to close things out, maybe you could share some of your biggest priorities right now at FoliBio and what you're really excited about.
So a couple of big priorities, like we're trying to scale up some project with one of our biggest pharma company. Like they are like the top 10, one of the top 5 pharmaceutical company here, and that's why we initially reached out to you guys. We have been working with them over the past year about some preclinical project, and now we want to translate into clinical projects, and we want to establish everything at scale us ready to that very big project. So we anticipate a couple hundred sample come in and make sure everything is correct, generate data and co-develop something with them. And that is one of our biggest priority. And the second priority is like we're also seeking collaborations with one of the most important like one of the firms like university to acquire some important sample from them. And with that, we hope to develop something have more clinical relevance, and we definitely want to make that data reliable. And that is like kind of like our priority in the like next couple months.
Cool. Cool. Thanks a lot for participating in this and sharing about FoliBio. Like I said, we're all really excited to get you set up in Scispot and help you grow and work with your team. It's going to be a super fun ride. So we have a couple of exciting weeks ahead of us.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.